Thank you so much for joining me for story time. Once again, I will need your help to tell all of these stories. First, I want to give a shout out to some of my friends who joined me here. Hello, Kyle, fellow Kyle in the house. Great name. Howdy, Wade. Hello there, Avery. I have an air high five. Sophie, thanks for joining me. Bria, nice to see you there. Olivia's in the house. Lily, thank you for joining me. Hey, Cora. And hello to Gabby. You will only need one prop today, if you have it. A basket, or a bucket, or we can just pretend. We're not going to use this until story number 3, so you have some time to get it together. For our first story, it's called Lion Lessons. So, yes, we will be acting like lions, and I need your help. Grown-ups, you have a role in this story too, a bit later on. Okay, so, this is my fishing hat for story number 3. All right, story number 1, Lion Lessons. Now, I don't know about you, but my grown-ups, they told me at the beginning of this summer, they said, Kyle, you were sitting around all spring. This summer, you are going to go out and you're going to go learn something new. I thought, oh, geez, learning something new? What could it be? I remember I was walking down the street and I was looking in different windows. A cooking class. Yeah, I like food, but I like eating food better than making it. A karate class. Yeah, that could be good, I guess. And then I saw a big sign that said Lion Lessons. Whoa, I never heard of Lion Lessons. Did you ever see a store that said Lion Lessons? P.S. For this story, we need to know, what do lions eat? And your answers will be used during the story. Okay, so I open the door. And can we have a door sound from you? I walked in, and there, sitting, was the biggest stuffed lion I had ever seen. Just, behind a desk, glasses, tie, suit. Thought, wow. I was a bit curious, so I went over and I pet the lion's mane, and all of a sudden, he pounced, and I looked up. It was the tallest lion I had ever seen. Can we see your surprise face? He looked down at me. He said, I take it you're here for some lion lessons. I said, yes, sir, I'm here. He said, okay, if you're ready, there's 7 lessons to this to become a lion here. Are you ready? Uh-huh. Okay, so we started off with stretching like a lion here. So, hopefully you have some room to move. We're going to need some room for this story here. First up, we did the downward lion here. So, make sure you get on your knees and on your paws here. And we'll do the downward lion. Next, we did the upward lion. And then finally, we did the flying lion. Okay, so you're going to go on one foot, stretch out your paws. All right, now shake it out. All right. Lesson 1, looking fierce. So, let's see your claws. Let's see your teeth. Shake out your mane. Well, the lion had a little checklist, and he said, yeah, you need to do a little better on that, Kyle. I said, oh, okay. Well, I'm only learning, right? Right. Lesson 2, your roar. I walked up to a big microphone to speak into. On the count of 3, let's hear a nice roar from you. My instructor had his chart. He said, that's the softest roar I've ever heard. Warthogs can roar louder than that. Oh, geez. Lesson number 3, choosing what to eat. He brought me over to a menu here, and here's where I need some of your answers. What do lions eat? Let's see, on the menu, I had zebra, I saw warthog, I saw antelope, I saw, somebody said a leopard, elephant, yeah, I guess if they're really hungry. I saw giraffe, there was anteater, I saw, a snake? Well, I'll tell you, I looked at this menu, and I couldn't help but wonder. And I asked my professor, I said, are there any specials like spaghetti? And the instructor said, lions don't eat spaghetti, Kyle. At all. Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Lesson number 4, prowling around. So for lesson number 4, we went to the woods. A lot of tall trees, and he told me, as a lion, you have to be able to hide. So he said, all right, I'll cover my eyes and my paws, then you hide. 1, 2, 3. Ready or not? And there I was, hiding behind a tree. And he said, I can see your tail. Make sure you cover up your tail. All right, try again. 1, 2, 3. I was in a bush. There's no way he can see me. And he said, I can still see your tail. Woo. Man, I had to work on my hiding. Lesson number 5, sprinting, which means running fast. He said, hey, you see that tree over there? I said, yeah, that one right there. He said, no, the one way up on the hill. He said, I'll see you there in 5 minutes. Well, I started running, so make sure you get down running like a lion, right? And what does it look like if you get tired? And see your lion tongue out of your mouth. Well, an hour went by. I finally made it to the top of the mountain. My lion instructor was there, sitting against the tree. He said, you have to hit the gym, Kyle. I thought, geez. All right. Lesson number 6, pouncing. Okay, so this is where we need the grown-ups right here. My lion instructor said, you see that grown-up over there? I want you to go up, and I want you to run up and pounce on her. I said, I'll scare her to death. He said, that's the idea. So, grown-ups, your grown-ups walking along here, right? All right. On the count of 3, you're going to get real low, and then you're going to pounce up on your grown-up here. 1, 2, 3. The grown-up turns and says,
oh, what a sweet little kitty cat. Are you lost, honey?
And then you'll say, meow. Good. Lesson number 7, the last one. Looking out for your friends. So, I want you to pretend that you have some binoculars. You're looking out. All little creatures. My instructor said, what about that green thing hopping over there by the lake? I said, frog? I don't know. The instructor said, yeah, we don't know either. He said, what about that thing way out there? Fuzzy tail, very cute. I said, the cat? Oh, he's a friend. He said, good job. He said, uh-oh, there's something over there. It looks like it also has a tail. It might be digging a bone, and it's creeping up on that other thing. I said, dog, that's not a friend, that's an enemy. And at that point, I started sprinting in place and running over. So show me in place, sprinting. As fast as you can go. I got down real low with my lion paws. I let out a big roar. And I pounced on the dog. Well, my lion instructor, the biggest lion I had ever seen, said, check, check. Wow, that was awesome. You are officially a lion. I've never seen such sprinting. And the way you pounced on that enemy, great job. So, I showed this to my grown-ups. My grown-ups were very pleased with me. All right, we had a lion party with all the things that lions love, like zebra and antelope, and there was even a giraffe there. And it was all well and good, except all the cats follow me now. All right, that was story number 1. So give yourself a round of applause with your lion paws. Make sure to thank your grown-ups there who helped. Thank you, grown-up. Your grown-ups will need to come back for story number 3. They will be our chefs. Okay, story number 2 is a very short story. And then story 3 is our fishing tale. So I hope you stay for both. For story number 2, you will need to be a rooster or a hen. And, well, roosters and hens, they don't stand. They don't kneel. Well, they walk around on their feet. So, try to sit like this if you can. And you have wings. And this story is about a young rooster here. Now, the young rooster was called over to his papa. The papa said, we need an old clucking from you.
Back, son. I'm too old to crow back. I need you to take over.
Now, the young rooster had never done this before. He had never crowed. Sure, he had watched his papa do it, but this would be his first time. So he woke up extra early. It was all dark outside. He climbed his way up. He fluttered his way up to the top of the barn. He looked out. He said, I must try my best. Right? On the count of 3, let's hear a nice crow from you. Ooh. That's all he could muster out of his throat. It was scratchy, it was soft. And I'll tell you, the sun did not come out. The clouds covered the sky, just like this morning. There was a damp drizzle all day long, and you can bet the other animals were not pleased. The pig, what sound does a pig make? Crawled over to the rooster and he said, that was horrible. Later on, a sheep. Now, what sound does a sheep make?
Brr, brr, brr. We need our sunshine. Brr.
And later on, a bull. Now, see your big horns. A bull came up and he was not pleased.
Young man, how do you expect the sun to hear you? The sun is 93 million miles away. You must be louder.
It was the worst day of the young rooster's life. Now, as he went to sleep that night in his hen house, and let's hear a sad clucking from you. You know what he must do. He must be louder somehow. The next morning, he climbed up from his resting spot. He fluttered up to the top of the barn. On the count of 3, let's hear the loudest crow that has ever been crowed since the beginning of roosters. 1, 2, 3. Well, the other creatures woke up with a start. The pig said,
Oh, my ears! The sheep, oh, that was way too loud.
the bull, what are you trying to do? Give me a headache? And all the young rooster could say was,
Well, I was just doing my job.
and he said with great pride, because way off in the east, he saw the sun rising up above the horizon. And I want you to remember that rooster, because that rooster is going to start off story number 3 for us. So for this story, if you have a fishing cap, you can get your fishing cap. If not, no problem. And you'll need a basket too. And if you don't have a basket, that's okay as well. We'll just pretend. So for this story, you are going to be a person. That's right, you've been training your whole life for this story here. And it starts off with you asleep. So, close your eyes. And let me hear a big snore from you. All of a sudden, you hear, off in the distance, I want you to rub your eyes, give a big bear yawn, and shake your head like a dog does, right? We're going to be putting on boots. So put on some tall rubber boots. And you're going to stand up very slow because you're still tired. Now then, before we go fishing, we need to get some worms. And, well, it rained a lot yesterday. You remember the rooster story, right? He didn't crow loud enough, so it rained all day. Which means today, it's not dirt, it's mud. Now, what sound does it make when you walk in the mud? And you're looking for worms here. You need about 6 worms. If you find one, well, you put them in your basket. 1, 2. So you should be walking around looking for worms. 3. Oh, look, under your shoe. 4, maybe in your hair. Oh yes, hello worm, thank you. 5, 6. All right, good job. So we have our worms, and next up, I need you to sit down carefully because you're going to be sitting in a boat. Now then, the first rule of a boat is don't stand up in a boat. You might tip over. That wouldn't be good for anybody, not even the worms. So in front of you, you have, well, the handles of 2 paddles, or oars. Here they are. We're going to be rowing ourselves through the water. So you're going to dip forward and pull back. Dip and pull back. Dip and pull back. Dip and pull back. We're rowing ourselves through the water. Okay, so how many of you have ever gone fishing? Yeah, fishing's pretty fun, huh? Well, there's a few parts to a fishing rod here, and I think we have them all on us. One thing you need is a hook. You can use your thumb. This can be your hook. You also need some string. The string attaches to the pole. You hold on to the pole here. Okay? So there's 2 ways that you can cast out your line. You can either press the button and, well, the hook will plunk right in front of you. Or you can cast it out. Now be careful. Be careful here, right? You don't want to hook one of your classmates or one of your friends. You're going to pull it back. And on the count of 3, let it go. 1, 2, 3. And we wait. And we wait. And we wait. And we wait. And you might be thinking, this is great because we're out on the water. It's such a nice day. We're out with our friends. Or you might be thinking, when are these fish going to start biting? And just then you feel a little tug. So slowly, reel whatever it is in. Faster. Get your net here, scoop it up, reach in and look. You have a fish. He's flopping all around here, so we're going to put the fish on ice for later. So now you know how to catch a fish, right? You get your hook, get your worm here. All right, put the worm on here, tie the string around the worm, cast out, whoosh. And when you feel a little tug, slowly, get your net, scoop it up, and, well, what else could you catch other than a fish? Oh, you could catch an old rubber boot. You could catch a shark. You could catch a whale, right? A whale's not a fish. A dolphin. You could catch, yeah. You could catch a stingray. You might catch a seahorse. You might catch a goldfish. Sure. Huh? Pretty big goldfish, yeah. You could catch a goldfish. you might catch, well, you catch a basket. And I do have some questions for you just to think about here. If you caught a car, would you drive it? If you caught a sandwich, would you eat it? If you caught a horse, would you ride it? If you caught a TV, would you watch it? If you caught $1, would you spend it? If you caught a nice pair of earrings, would you wear them? If you caught an old rubber boot, would you wear it? Okay, you look in your basket and you're out of worms. Huh. How many fish did you catch? Open up your cooler. 100 fish? 10 fish? 1,000,000 bajillion? 2 fish? Only 1 fish? Well, that's because, your friend caught 1,000,000 bajillion and there were none left for you. Now, the good thing is that, hey, we caught a lot of fish. But the bad thing is, now we have to row all of these fish back. So, I hope you brought your mussels. Okay, we have our oars in front of us here. Remember, the boat's going to be a lot heavier. Dip and pull back. 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 We're almost there. Dip and pull back. Whew. Okay, so this is where your grown-ups are going to come into the picture here. You're going to give your fish to your grown-ups here, and they are going to be cooking us a nice fish dinner. Now, while they are cooking it up, right, and make sure they're cooking over there, not just sitting or standing. Make sure they're actually cooking. All right, we need these fish to be cooked up there, grown-ups. Okay, good. You have your basket. We're going to be picking some berries here. So pretend you're in a berry patch here. Now, I think on this side here, oh yeah, some strawberries. Oh, delicious. And if you look on this side over here, right, you have some raspberries. Plunk, plink, 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 plink. Well, I think behind you a little bit here, we have some blackberries. Plunk, plunk, plunk. So you should be getting some berries and putting them in your basket. Plunk, plunk, plunk. Oh yeah, back over here, we had some blueberries. Plunk, plunk, plink, 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 plink. Oh, the grown-ups are doing a good job here. It's smelling good. Oh, yes. Okay, it smells like the fish is ready to be eaten here. So what you're going to do is you're going to hand over your basket to your grown-ups. Thank you, grown-ups. And to show your grown-ups that you're ready here, put your hands like this for a plate. And let's see, if you were born in January, then we have a nice salmon fish for you. If you were born in February, we have a nice blue whale. I hope you're hungry. If you were born in March, we have a nice hammerhead shark for you. Oh yeah. If you were born in April, we have a lovely flounder. If you were born in May, we have clams for you. If you have a June birthday, we have lovely seaweed. If you were born in July, then we have an awesome seahorse for you. If you were born in August, we have a lovely goldfish. If you were born in September, then we have a nice bluefish for you. If you were born in October, then your grown-ups will give you a codfish. If you were born in November, we have a lovely flying fish. And if you were born in December, there's nothing left? No more fish? If you were born in December, we have an old rubber boot for you. Okay, so make sure you get your fork here. Oh, it tastes pretty good, huh? And for you, December here, it's probably nice and chewy, you know. The grown-up cooked it well. Okay, so you ate all your dinner here. Now, who's hungry for some pies? Now, with the grown-ups' expertise, right, the berries that you gave them, they baked into a lovely pie for dessert. And depending on the month you were born, we have different pies for each of you. If you were... We have to make the plate. Okay, good. If you were born in January, we have a lovely boysenberry pie for you. If you were born in February, we have an awesome strawberry pie. Delicious. If you were born in March, we have a great raspberry pie. A little bit tart, but it's okay, right? Tasty. If you were born in April, we have a great blackberry pie for you. Just coming into season. If you were born in May, a blueberry pie. If you were born in June, your grown-ups give you a gooseberry pie. For those July birthdays, how about a nice wolfberry pie? If you were born in August, we have a great marionberry pie. If you were born in September, we have a lovely banana berry pie for you. If you were born in October, we have a delicious pumpkinberry pie. If you were born in November, then we have a turkeyberry pie for you. And if you were born in December, we have a great... What? We're out of berries? We didn't plan this well. If you were born... Oh, yeah. If you were born in December, we have a great hairberry pie for you. Oh, yes. Yes, oh, it's great. Tastes delicious. Natural floss, too. Well, we're out of food here and we're out of time. So I'm glad you joined me here for our stories. Stories about lions and stories about roosters and stories all about fishing and pies here. Well, I guess you don't need lunch now because you've just eaten a nice fish dinner. You just had some pies here. So we'll go ahead and we'll have the grown-ups send them over to me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week for more stories, and thanks a lot for your help today. Bye.